Hey there, and welcome to I failed it back on.
We got to leave that in. You've got this.
Hello, and welcome to How I Failed in Business. I'm Megan Grace, your favourite digital marketer. And you're Rob Spence.
Are you not saying the rest?
No, and you're Rob Spence.
Oh, God, there's so much more in the script there. And I'm Rob Spence, sales trainer, author, and coach who's worked with thousands to close deals and chase dreams. But trust me, I've had my share of pitches that landed with a thud.
This show is all about the messy human side of business. The moments things go sideways, plans crash, and you're left wondering what just happened. We're here to unpack those stories, share a laugh, and pull out the lessons so you don't have to learn them the hard way.
From epic flops to comeback wins, we're diving into the real stuff with entrepreneurs, dreamers, and maybe even our own cringeworthy mistakes. So settle in, grab a drink, and let's talk about what not to do in business. Megan, you've left loads out of the introduction there.
It's the worst thing I've ever read in my life.
Right, seriously,
It's
that cannot
really
be the worst thing that
cringy.
you've...
It's really cringe.
I'm not going to lie, it was on the of cringe. Right, Molly's here as well. Hi, Molly.
Hi, guys.
Molly, I need your opinion on this.
I've already heard it.
You've heard it
to me.
Okay, so...
And she agreed.
It is very cringe.
Was it too cringy?
Yes.
Yeah,
do
you
we
need
think?
to do
Yes.
better.
Tone down the
But
cringe.
Can I write the show notes next week?
With pleasure.
Thank
Please
you,
do.
I will.
Just read out what you said.
I said, hello, welcome to How I Failed in Business. I'm Megan Grace, your favourite digital marketer.
Did you say the word favourite
Yes.
first
Yeah.
time around? Did she?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a lie. But what should have been said was, I'm Megan Grace, your digital marketing nerd by day and dance teacher by, well, whenever I can sneak in at 12.
Do you see? Do you hear it?
Okay.
Do you hear?
Okay, sorry. Now I've read it out loud.
Whenever I can sneak a 12.
Do you-
What? If
Have
I
you-
said that, no one's going to take us
have you-
seriously.
I don't think anyone does take
No,
it seriously,
fair.
to be honest.
That's so
Have you ever snuck in a 12? Have you ever?
Occasionally.
Occasion-
From time to time.
From time to time. Sorry, moving forward, maybe you can write
Right,
that.
yeah.
I don't know. Or Molly. Molly's probably too busy to write that kind of thing, to be fair. How are you? How's your week been?
I'm good. It's been a chaotic week.
Why?
It's been the week that I'm trying to get the holiday plans out the group chat.
Oh, how's that going?
Not great.
No?
Not great. Well, no, it's going okay. We've got there. We've agreed on a week.
Okay.
We went from we've just gone through every single destination under the sun. But I feel like we've settled now somewhere in Italy.
Nice.
Very nice.
Okay. So even just trying to confirm a date's tough enough.
Confirm
as
a
it
date's tough. So basically, one of my friends, Laura, she's an avid fan of the podcast.
Hi, Laura.
Hi, Laura. So she booked holiday off because she had plans that then got cancelled. She was like, well, I have this week off already. So then we all booked that week off and all worked out.
Have you
fine,
booked it
great.
off?
Yes, I've booked it off. You
Okay.
approved it.
Did
so
I? Okay, right, that's fine.
If it wasn't you, don't know who it was, but someone's
Yeah,
approved it.
Someone's done it. Yeah,
Great.
that's fine. Yeah.
So that was relatively easy. The hard part has been agreeing on where we want to go and finding a budget that we can all agree to,
Yeah.
somewhere that we all want to go, how long we want to go for.
So we're set on Italy.
It's on somewhere in Italy, I think. I could be wrong.
Where's the shortlist? Where are we thinking in Italy?
So there was Lake Como,
Okay,
which
well, that's got
was
to
my
win,
favourite.
surely.
but so the hotel we found there is actually really far from Lake Como.
Right.
So that
okay.
was the downside. Amalfi Coast,
Lovely.
which was my second choice. Milan,
Okay.
which I'm not.
I hear it's
I'm
really
impartial.
dirty.
I've heard it's not great. I've heard it's just shops and that's it.
Yeah, I could be wrong. Sorry,
Yeah.
Millennians,
Millennians.
Millennians,
I don't know.
but I hear it's not the best.
I don't know. I'm sort of eh.
Look, if I'm allowed to vote, and I think I
Yeah.
should be allowed to vote,
Okay.
Lake Como. I've always wanted to go.
Yeah, but it's 50 minutes away on a bus from where we're staying, where we
But
would be staying.
This thing, I was looking at going last year,
Mm.
and you forget actually how big Lake Como is.
Yeah.
It is massive.
Mm.
It is huge, and trying to find the right hotel with decent views and the
Yeah.
good locations is tough. There's so many places to
Mm.
stay, but like I say, you end up miles away from where you need
Where
to
you
be. Have you ever been to Italy?
Yeah, I did Venice and then Tuscany.
Nice.
Very
Okay.
nice. Very nice.
Okay. Well, that sounds nice. That
It
sounds
does.
doesn't sound as chaotic as I thought you were
no,
going to say.
but then I've got another friend and we've been trying to decide on a weekend, a little weekend trip.
Okay.
And then again, we went through all of the destinations you could think of.
Are we thinking abroad or UK?
Yeah, no, abroad.
Okay.
Just a weekend, a city break.
Yeah.
And then we couldn't agree on a time to do it. So we said, you know what, maybe we'll do it next year.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't agree. And then she texted me yesterday and was like, I found this weekend in Paris. I'm going to book it. And I was like, wait. So So I've put that holiday request in, Rob. If you could confirm that
Have
as
you
soon as
done it?
possible. I did it about 10 minutes ago.
Oh,
I
okay. Well, I've
requested
clearly not seen it.
it 15th of August.
Would you not consider Amsterdam?
I've already been to Amsterdam.
Have you? I didn't know that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah. Very interesting. Have you been to Amsterdam, Molly?
I've not been to Amsterdam.
Is
On
it
my list.
Is it something that would interest you? Would you go?
I would like to go
No.
for like a weekend.
Yeah. I don't think you need more than a
No.
weekend.
No.
I don't think.
No, I don't know how long I think we did like 3 nights, which was like
That's
alright.
like perfect, isn't it? I
Yeah.
think. Yeah. Unless you go, I guess, because obviously whenever I've been to Amsterdam, it's just the centre, isn't it, where I think everyone goes. But you know, I don't know what's on the outskirts. I don't know what else is out there.
Oh, I forgot what it's called. It's like a little town just outside of Amsterdam. I forgot the name of it, but it's got like these like fairy tale sort of style houses. And it looks really
sounds
cute.
like you. Okay.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called.
If anyone's listening or watching, just write in and let us know.
Yeah,
I
please.
guess. That'd
Yeah.
be nice.
Maybe I'd go again.
Would you?
I feel like I've done it and I've done it quite recently, so I'll give it a couple of years.
Yeah, I've been a couple of times. I'd 100% go. I like Amsterdam. It's nice. It's
Yeah.
good architecture. I know what you're thinking. I'd go for a number of reasons. But even take away those reasons, one of the nicest things I did whilst I was there last time. You know, I'm a big advocate for cheese.
Yeah.
You know, I love some cheese, right? Did a unlimited cheese and wine tour. That was so nice. So Molly, put this on your itinerary if you ever go. you go on one of the boats, and it's like an hour and a half or something. You get like a really nice tour. So you get to learn a little bit about Amsterdam, get to see bits of Amsterdam you normally wouldn't see. You learn a lot about like the architecture, the history, and everything. But then unlimited cheese. So that's always a plus. I'll be honest, I don't think that the cheese was unlimited. The cheese did seem limited.
Well, they've not got limited supplies in a boat, have
No,
they?
it did seem like at some point that the cheese would end.
Yeah.
But there was enough cheese to keep you going.
Okay.
But it was genuinely unlimited wine. You know, normally you do these like unlimited wines, that kind of thing. It's all very much have 2 glasses and then we won't ask you again.
Yeah.
But this was like they were pouring like massive glasses full. So if you go, I'd recommend that. That was really nice. But how nice has it been with the support from listeners so far?
Yeah. From some.
I would like to, and I know Molly will echo this. I'd like to give a shout out to our biggest fan.
No. She's your biggest fan, maybe, not mine.
To Lynn. Lynn, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for listening. We just learned off camera that Lynn has gone to the trouble of setting up a Spotify account and a YouTube account just to listen to the podcast. How cute is that?
Yeah. Just so she can critique me each week, tell me what I should have said, what I shouldn't have said, how awkward I was on a scale of 1 to 10.
Did she actually say out of 10? Yeah, I think you were a 7.
Yeah.
I think it was 7 out of the awkwardness.
Yeah.
Just because I don't think I introduced Lynn well enough. Who is Lynn to you?
Lynn is my mother. For now.
You can't just get rid of your mum.
Emancipation, no?
What's that mean word? No, what's that word mean? Sorry, what does that word mean? Is what
Like when you like disown your family.
What's it called?
Emancipation.
I can tell you did creative writing. I've never heard of that word before.
You just, when you say I don't want to be associated with these people anymore, and it's like law.
I want to emancipate myself from you. Have I said that right?
I don't know if you can use it in that context.
Oh.
I don't know. You
It's
probably
just
can.
family. Have you heard that word?
I've not heard of it.
Really? I thought it was like a common.
I'm pretty sure that is a word for what you're describing.
Yeah,
that might be it.
It is, and it's emancipation.
Can I just bring something to the table? Because we've not spoken about this on the podcast, actually. I had to raise a couple of grievances about Megan last Friday when Molly wasn't here. So a couple of weeks ago now, at the time this goes out, it was Molly's birthday. Happy birthday, Molly.
Thanks again, guys.
And on Friday, Megan and I fell out. Okay. One of the reasons why I've fallen out with Megan is because I've started to use her words and phrases that she uses, and it's really bugging me. Okay. I'm going to say a phrase to you, Megan. I'm going to say Molly, I'm going to say something to you, and I want to see if you've picked up on this as well. What I've noticed with Megan is Megan won't ask questions. What Megan will do is say statements, and then she'll say no. So she'll say, Molly's a great producer. No. Or she'll say, this is a wonderful podcast. No. Amsterdam's a lovely place to visit. No. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, you do that.
Yeah, yes, she does.
Yeah.
And I've started to pick up on it in like my day to day. I've started to use it at home. And it's really annoyed me. Can we have an intervention about this right now?
I don't know that I'm doing it though. It just sort of slips out.
Where did you get it from?
I don't know. I've not got a clue.
Is this Lynn? Have we got to blame Lynn for this?
No,
do we
Lynn
think?
doesn't do it.
Is she not?
I didn't know that I did it until you put it out, to be honest. I don't know whose does it, where it's come from.
Because I heard it, because I picked up on myself doing it and saying it. And I was like, where's that come from? And then I heard you do it. And I was, that's where it is.
Sorry.
Can we change that?
I'll try my best.
No, it's quite cute. It's your little thing, but it's just bad that
you've picked up on it.
I've picked up on it. But in full credit to myself,
I've also picked up on his for a multitude of reasons.
Is that the only thing that I say?
That's the only thing that I've picked up on.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm good at like stopping myself before I say it.
Okay.
That's up there with a highly used
What
wrong
else
word.
does he say?
I don't have
2-minute job.
2-minute job, and
Everything's
it
2-minute
never
job.
is.
2-minute job. It is if you work hard, it's a 2-minute job. Do you know what I've not said in a while? You used to sell fine food and ingredients.
You haven't said that in a while.
No, I used to say that a lot.
All the time, every single episode, it would come into conversation.
Yeah, not so much anymore. But these are the dangers of working so closely with someone.
Yeah.
You just pick up on these little nuances.
Yeah.
I even messaged you it, and you didn't even reply back. That hurt me, that did. You literally ghosted me.
Oh, sorry.
You literally I made a really funny joke using that whole statement no, and you just ghosted. Rude. Absolutely rude.
But then I replied to you on TikTok. Right, so I have a grievance to raise against Rob now.
Here we go.
So he sent me a TikTok and I hearted it, right? I watched TikTok, I appreciated it, I gave it a little heart. And then he comes in the next day and he's fuming. He's like, "You didn't. I took the time out of my day to send you that. You didn't even answer."
I did, yeah.
So the next time he sends me a TikTok, I send him a really heartfelt, genuine message about how funny I found it and how much I appreciated him taking the time out of his day to send it to me. And then he goes around and calls me sarcastic.
Right, I'm reading this message out because I want... you're judge and jury. Right now, Molly, you're judge and jury. I want you to tell me if this sounds sarcastic or not. Okay, so, and to be clear, so I saw this video a week or two ago, and the second I saw it, I thought, Megan will appreciate this, but because of her lack of a commitment to gratitude, the last time I sent her a video, I thought, do you know what? No, I'm not. I'm not doing this. I'm not sending this to her. And eventually I was like, do you know what? I will send this to her. I think she deserves it. And this is the response I get. Oh my God. Wow. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your evening and sending me this. I honestly appreciate it so much. Lol. Thank you, Ruffle.
Is that not what you wanted?
So I've then responded, I sense a bit of sarcasm there. Only slightly though. Did it make you just ruffle, not even Lamau? And she put, I was actually being so genuine.
I was.
Just a ruffle, but I still think that's quite good.
Yeah. What is wrong with that?
That was very sarcastic.
I can't win. I heart the message. You're like, you don't care. You're not grateful. I send a whole paragraph saying how funny it was. And you're like, that's sarcastic.
Right, Molly, was that sarcastic or not?
A little.
A little?
I think there's partial actually what you were thinking at the time, but also some
funny.
sort of sarcasm in that because of the reaction last time.
Was it funny though?
Yeah.
You do like Modern Family, don't you?
I do like Modern
Family.
Family.
There you go. Perfect. I knew it. Well, moving on with the show, we've introduced our new game, Icky Linky. And last week we read out a LinkedIn post that could or could not be true. And we're going to do that every week. And it's your girls' jobs. And of course, when we get guests on, to tell us if they think it's true or false, in the theory that, is it a real LinkedIn post or is it a bad LinkedIn post? Can you remember what the post was? Or would you like me to read it out?
Someone's kid got in a car crash.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like, this has got me thinking about businesses. And blah, 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 blah.
Absolutely right. So I'll quickly buzz through it. So it says, my daughter walked away from this car crash last week with only bruises on her leg. She was being driven to work by a colleague who didn't know the roads and was driving too fast. It's a miracle she's alive. And it got me thinking about businesses I see daily who are heading for a car crash in 2025, barely surviving, no systems, and no guide with experience leading them to a better place. We all need a guide or a coach. They can see what... I'm not reading the rest anyway, it gets a bit boring. So, you said that was a true LinkedIn post. Well, I can reveal the answer.
Mm-hmm.
It is true. It's a real, genuine LinkedIn post.
Wild.
That is wild. Did it give you the ick?
Yeah.
Icky linky.
That
Icky
was
linky.
an absolute icky linky. Well, I've got another one for you later on this episode as well. So I'll make sure we share that. And again, we'll leave it until next episode to reveal the winner. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Amazing. Well, speaking of games,
Mm-hmm.
we've re-brought in one of our fan favourites. Tell the viewer, tell the listener all about Mystery Mishaps.
It's Mystery Mishaps. It's quite an adaptable game.
An adaptable game?
Yeah, like a chameleon. So basically, you have a statement.
Do you even know what the game is?
I do.
No, you clearly
I'm trying
don't.
to explain it.
You're explaining it in a very
So it,
poor way.
So it used to be.
No, it's not changed.
Yeah, you said it changed from last time. That's what I'm trying to think. You said that
has it changed?
it's changed.
No, we're changing the way we're doing it.
We adapted it to like this season, no?
No. She's done it. She's just done it. We've changed it to this season. No. Did you hear that?
You answer your own question.
No. Right, Mystery Mishaps. You read out. It's a news story. It's a story that's been about a business or a company who has failed, and you get clues, and you have to guess what the company was.
Yeah, did she explain that well enough, do we think, Mol?
Yeah.
I think so.
And then we time it, and then when guests come in, they have to try and beat the time that I set.
Absolutely. So we've got your Polaroid here.
Yep.
This lovely Polaroid, which we
Thank
will
you.
set on the what did we call it? The time
Keeper.
tracker.
Oh yeah,
The TTT.
TTT.
Because obviously you got to make things swift, right? So you guessed yours in 2 minutes 22. And you were like, oh, it's an angel number.
It is an
So
angel.
we will put that on the scoreboard a little later on. Now,
I've been seeing 222 everywhere also. Sorry.
really?
Must be a
Yeah.
sign.
There was like a
But
video
what-
I did yesterday, and I cut it at like 222.
What does that mean, though?
I don't know what.
What are the
It
angels trying to tell
means.
you?
Something good, hopefully. I don't know.
Hopefully.
I just know that I've seen numbers 222 a
222.
lot recently.
I'll look it up, guys.
Look
Can you,
it
yeah,
up.
can you do some research into 222?
Yeah.
Well, so we're going to play Mystery Mishaps again.
Mhm.
Now, of course, what we need to do at some stage is put you somewhere on the TTT.
Yeah.
At this point in time, it's hard to gauge where on the tailor she should go, because is 222 a really good time,
No.
or is it a really bad time?
I feel like we put it in the middle because it's the first one
Okay.
we have,
Yeah.
and then you go higher or lower than it, and we just sort of,
Okay.
like I said, adaptable,
Adaptable.
like a chameleon. We can just move it up and
Why
down.
are you obsessed with Karma Chameleon?
It's a great
Come,
song.
chameleon.
Why are you such a chameleon, Nolls? Man, do you want me to get like a Boy George sign next time?
Yeah.
Do you want me to get Boy George instead of Taylor Swift?
Maybe.
Well, what I'm thinking, right, just to even things out a little bit, and just to kind of give us another foundation,
Yeah.
another mark, I think we should play the game with Molly.
Okay.
Yes.
I think Molly should get involved, and Molly should also
She
set
should be on
her
the-
time. Because then what that will then do, we've then got 2 scores. We know if is 222 good, is it bad?
Yeah.
You know, is Molly going to wipe the floor with you? Is Molly going to absolutely struggle? So what we're going to do is we're going to play the game. So yes, cue the music, please, Molly. So for those of you that are new to the podcast, Mystery Mishaps was perfectly explained by you, Megan. So
Thank
I'm not
you.
going to explain it again. Right, what we're going to need is a photo of you, please, Molly. Ready for the scoreboard, and then we'll play the game. We're going to need you to keep the score.
What did you do in the
please.
picture?
It's just here.
No, but what did you do?
Oh, she posed.
Do I need to like
I just
do a
smile.
pose,
I just
however-
smile, girl.
However you want. Hold on, let me get you in. Hold on.
I'll go away from that.
There you go. I don't even know if that was aiming at you. That could just be the side profile. So, music's on.
Yep.
Timer ready.
Yeah, but I've got a bit of a disadvantage here because I have to manage this at the same time as playing.
No.
Okay.
Okay, it's fine. I'll count that into my
There
score.
is no disadvantage whatsoever. Is the timer ready?
Timer's ready.
Yeah,
Okay.
can you do the timer, please?
So
Yeah.
reminder, what I'm looking for is the name of the company, the name of the brand, the name of the person. Okay? Are we ready?
Yeah.
On your marks, get set, go. This British retail institution, founded over 150 years ago, is renowned for its department stores and a unique employee ownership model.
John Lewis.
Fuck off.
Stop
No.
That needs to minus 2 seconds.
For fuck's sake. Did you know that? Was that just a guess?
No, I know it's owned by employees.
Oh, do you know what?
Partnership.
The second I read that out, I thought that's probably too much.
Do you know what I got? It's a bank and it's a bird.
Well, I got that
You
one.
got like a whole
Yeah, Molly guessed that before you.
in-depth description.
What was the official time there?
Well, I
please?
think
Mine
need
is
to
in
cut
2
up a little
seconds 'cause I
bit.
forgot.
I'll be honest, Molly, even cutting away 2 or 3 seconds, I think your score's still pretty good.
11 seconds and 59.
11 seconds.
11.59.
Oh, you need a pen, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh my god. You couldn't write it, could you? You just couldn't write it.
No, I'm going to have to go on Taylor's feet.
No, I still let's play devil's advocate. Let's kind of put you in the middle somewhere. So you were on 11 seconds, are we calling it?
Yeah, that's
I don't think we need microseconds, do we really?
We can just do a tie off if it comes to it at some
Good
point.
shout, yeah. So 11, oh no, pen's not working.
Do you want another one? I have actually got an update on the 222.
Okay.
Oh, go on.
So this is the AI overview, so I don't know how much you'll take of this as legit, but it is a message of harmony, balance and trust in the unfolding of your life.
Okay.
And there's a lot of messages
I like that.
in different elements of your life, which you probably should research.
I will. So harmony and balance. Exactly what I need.
You need harmony and balance.
I need harmony and balance.
That's not what you're going to get working for me, I
No.
can assure you.
No.
Yeah, I'm sorted. I've rubbed it on my hand. Yeah, we're all on. So it's quite a nice photo. That's quite a cute photo. That's like something you'd see in an old band.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is I'll read out the rest of the clues in the interest of fairness. We'll take a quick break. How does
Okay.
that sound? So second clue, would you have got that on the first clue yourself?
I
No?
wouldn't.
In 2025, it made a bold move by selling the lease of its iconic London store on Oxford Street for £140 million. A decision critics argue signals a retreat from its high street legacy.
I wouldn't know that.
It's just that wording of a unique employee ownership model, wasn't it? The company cited changing consumer habits and the rise of online shopping as reasons for this move, but it sparked concerns about its long-term commitment to physical retail. I think you would have got it on this next one. Its name is synonymous with a famous Christmas advertising campaign.
Yeah.
I've got
Yeah.
that.
And then this business operates a supermarket chain alongside its department stores. So, yeah, it's a bit of background. They sold the lease of its flagship Oxford Street store in London for £140 million. They framed it as a strategic response to the shift toward online shopping and rising operational costs, but it has been criticised as a misstep that undermines the company's high street presence. The sale raised concerns among analysts and customers about the retailer's ability to maintain its brand identity, which has long been tied to its physical stores, especially the Oxford Street location, a cornerstone of its heritage. Blah, 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 blah.
Nice.
So, I'm afraid we're going to have to go with the scores there, with the adjudicator rules. That, so Megan, we will position you in due course. I still think maybe hips
Okay.
of Tay.
Yeah, we'll put on hips.
And then Megan, Molly, should put shoulder.
I feel like who's going to do better than 11
Someone
seconds?
could do better than 11 seconds.
Someone could get it really quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe shoulder then.
We'll stick those on. So in the break, we're going to stick those on there. Stay tuned for these short messages and we'll be back shortly.
Hi, I'm Megan and this is Rob and welcome to Paragon Creative Studios right here in Leicestershire.
We've got 2 fully equipped podcast studios, ideal for any form of podcast, whether you're looking to record something audio only or video podcasts as well.
From solo shows to group discussions, any topic, any vibe, we've got the setup to help your podcast shine.
Want to take charge? You can record and self-produce using our high-tech equipment.
Or if you'd rather sit back, our expert team can help out with everything, from production, filming, editing, and even marketing your podcast to the world.
So So whether you're a seasoned podcasting pro or just starting out, Paragon Creative Studios are here to help.
So come join us in Leicestershire and book your session today at paragoncreativestudios.com.
Welcome back to How I Failed in Business. Thank you for staying tuned for those messages. So we have now aligned the scores on the tail. What do we call it? The time tracker.
Time tracker.
The TTT. So we got Molly in at 11 seconds and Megan not too far behind at 2 minutes 22 seconds. So I'm looking forward to filling this up with more guests. So guests, if you are listening when you are coming on, you're going to play this game.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like Molly's the one
To beat.
The one to beat.
Wow.
Look at that quiet leader there. So Megan, I've got one important question to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
How have you failed this week?
How have I failed this week? First of all, Molly, can I just check that camera's on and it's recording? It's always good to check that, isn't it?
Oh, you didn't.
I don't know what happened, right? There's a multitude of things that could have happened.
A multitude. Piss off.
Don't jump to conclusions.
Right, sorry. I'll allow you to tell the story.
Right.
Sorry.
So this was yesterday. I was producing a podcast for a client who, thank God, are the loveliest people
They are
on earth. Luckily. So you know how you messaged me about the battery, right? And you were like, I've left a battery outside that's better than the one that's currently in the camera.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, Rob, shut up. Stop underestimating me. The battery in this camera is fine. It's fully charged.
Oh, no.
So we're about 20 minutes into the episode. 20 minutes into the episode. The camera, like what the hell is it called?
The screen.
The screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, it's I don't know if I had like a technical word. The screen started flashing and I was like, well, that's odd. What is it doing that for? The battery, I stand by this, the battery did say it was full. It showed the battery was full. But the screen starts flashing. Anyway, so I'm giving them their 10-minute warning sign anyway. So I'm like, wrap it up. And then it starts flashing at me and then it just goes off. I'm like, guys, we've lost the camera. It's fine. We can keep going. Like, we'll just do, our audio. So keep going, finish it. I take the camera off, put the new battery in. They're like, oh, what part does it cut out? I was like, oh, I can show you. I'll get it up on here and I go onto it and there's nothing there.
Not the whole thing.
The whole thing wasn't there. So that part I'm thinking like, surely even if the battery cut out, like it would have saved, no? Fuck's sake. It will have saved. Full stop. Question mark. It will have saved. And then what? Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it was the battery dying and it just like deleted the whole thing, or I actually don't know if I pressed record to start off with. It's two things that could have gone wrong. Either way, nothing. Luckily, they were lovely. Then they had enough time because it's quite a short episode. They had a good block of time. We were able to just record it again, and we all laughed about it. I was like, guys, I'm so sorry. They were like, oh, haha. They literally lolled. They ruffled.
They
ruffled.
ruffled.
Yeah.
Did they?
They did.
They did lamafawa.
They lamafawa. Yeah, and they were fine. And we just
plum.
But it's just the fact I was like, I was so passive aggressive in that message I sent to you. I was like, yeah, the battery's fine. Why are you questioning me?
No, those batteries are so deceiving. You can charge them fully. They'll say they're fully charged.
They don't last long.
That's
but
what
they
they
last like 10 or
did.
15 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
For photo, it's not
No, it's fine.
too
It's
bad.
fine for video.
Video.
But even as it was flashing at me, the bar that showed the battery was full. So I don't know why it was flashing at me.
I don't think you pressed record, mate.
This is what I kind of said. But I don't know.
Okay. Well, look, it's really nice that you brought this to the table straight after a promo of us saying how they should use us for podcast production. We've literally just put an advert out there to say, use us for podcast production. We can look after your podcasts. I'm sure we use the word experts.
Yeah, and I now am.
Mishaps happen.
Mishaps happen.
And you learn.
You learn and you grow. And do you know what I'm going to do next time? I'm going to press the record button.
Yeah,
I'm going to put the new battery in.
Yeah, always use that. I saw it. We were over the road and I saw it was still in the charger and I was like, oh no. We learned from it.
We learned from it. Luckily, they were absolutely fine. We laughed about it. we said, you know what, we'll have a bloopers reel now. Great, cool.
Well, we won't because it wasn't recorded. So what the...
Oh, yeah. We'll have like an audio blooper.
Audio bloopers. Oh, for God's sake. Well, thanks for bringing that to the table, Megan.
Okay, I know what I'm doing. How have you felt? And if it's not the story I think you're going to tell, I'll be disappointed.
So mine is battery related as well.
Yes.
To some degree. Oh, I had a nightmare. Genuine nightmare last Friday night, right? So as thousands of people know, I play in a band, right? Okay. Used to be quite big and famous when we were much younger, called Three Last Words. Great band,
I've
right?
heard of them, to be fair.
So we've recently started to play together again. So, you know, I want us to gig, but probably won't gig. I play bass and I sing. I want to step away from the vocals because I think there's better singers out there. But trying to find a good vocalist in Leicester is hard. Do you want to sing? You can sing?
No.
Yes, you can.
I can sing better than you, but...
Would you sing?
No.
Okay, anyway, I'll persuade you another day. So anyway, Friday night, we go to band practice, and the practice finishes at 10, right? Now, because I'm so time poor at the minute, I've got like a phone holder on my mic stand that's just, I'll sometimes have, for certain songs, the lyrics, certain songs, just the bass tabs, just so I know where I'm at and everything. Normally don't need to look at them, but just because I panic. Anyway, halfway through, towards the end, my phone dies. No battery, nothing, right? Think nothing of it. By this time, we're just in the mood. We're just going through it, right? Playing some Blink-182 hits, some Green Day hits. You know what I mean? We're Offspring. We were fucking flowing, man. And then anyway, ended it, and I was packing away. I was like, shit. The only way to get into my car, a Tesla, is through my phone, right? That is the only way. They give you key cards, but guess where my key card was? In the car. So get outside, try the car anyway, can't get in the car. I put it on charge. So I go back inside to the studios. I'm like, can I put my phone on charge? I just need literally a tiny bit to get in the car.
Yeah.
Go back outside to my mates and say, look, it's all fine. It's all happy. He's charging the phone. You guys get off. They all share the car. I'll get this sorted and I'll be home in no time. Go back in, wait. The phone just isn't charging. Turns out there is something wrong with the charger port on my phone. So bless him, he's packing up and I'm like, are you waiting for me? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, fuck, okay. I was like, oh, don't worry, mate. I'll just go. So
why would you say that?
Well, yeah. I panicked. I was stupid. I didn't know what was going on. So I'm in the centre of Leicester City Centre, so quite close to the High Cross, quite close to where you nearly got a job.
Worked.
So I'm there. I'm like, well, what do I do? I've got a bass guitar on my back, full of kit. And I'm like, well, the only thing to do is to yomp this, is to absolutely walk. So by this time, it was like 20 past 10-ish, give or take, 25 past 10. I'm walking through Leicester City Centre, bass guitar on my back, lugging it home. And honestly, it was horrible. I was tired. I'd been up since 5. It was dark, scared of the dark anyway. Had to walk through Beaumont Leys, ruffians, right? So I'm like, well, how am I going to get home? Anyway, so I'm walking through, and one of the things that I panicked about was trying to figure out how to get home. Because you know, like when you're in a car, you just kind of know where to go, or you put things in a sat-nav. In my head, I was like, well, I know where to go if I was in a car, but now I'm walking. I'm not allowed to walk down A roads, technically. So what am I supposed to do? So anyway, I'm walking through Glenfield. Where did I go? Glenfield, Anstey, Swiveland, and then into where I live. Honestly, Megan, it was horrible. I was tired. I was sweating. I was in pain because his bass guitar was heavy as anything. At one point, I acquired a child's scooter. So through Glenfield, I didn't steal it. I want to make clear, I didn't steal this scooter. There was a scooter by a bin outside. And I thought, if a scooter's by a bin, at by this time, 11 o'clock at night, it's up for the taking. Yeah. And secondly, I was in full survival mode. I thought, I'm willing to drink my own piss here to get home. Like, I went Bear Grylls.
How would that help?
Well, I don't know, but I was full survival mode. I thought, I'm using this. A lot of Glenfield is going downhill.
Yeah.
I was like, I need this. Now, the scooter was locked solid. You couldn't turn it. It wasn't the best, but it helped me. And I got really upset when I gave it up because it got to a point where it was like it was breaking as I was like moving around. I'm not the smallest of guys. I'm quite a heavy lad. The most embarrassing thing though, so I'm a 41-year-old male. I'm not, I'm 35.
Debatable.
Debatable. I'm a 35-year-old guy with a bass guitar in my back. I look can I say that? Yeah, I looked homeless anyway because like my hair was all over the place. I was sweating. And there I am on a scooter with light up wheels. So these light up wheels are like illuminating the whole path around me. Oh, honestly, it's horrible. So I ended up getting home. I think it was about it was 20 to 1 in the morning by the time I'd got home, right? What made things worse is I didn't have my house keys because guess where they were?
In the car.
In the car. Exactly. So I leave a little message on the Ring doorbell to Lucy. I'm like, just so you know, my phone's dead. I'm outside. I'll be in the garden. Because, like, I didn't want it, because we've got a garage at the bottom end of the garden, but I didn't want her to, like, wake up, have to walk all the way down to the bottom and then let me in. So I slept. We've got these patio doors that open onto a big patio and there's some, like, raised beds. So where these raised beds were, there's just some wood. And I just raw dogged that wood, right, for, like, an hour. And I just heard the patio doors open. I've never been so happier. Honestly, never been so much happier in all of my life. And but then what made things worse, put my phone on charge, I get like abuse from Lucy on all these messages.
Yeah,
like,
as you should.
Don't bother coming home. Let me try and find one of them. It was so funny. But let's have a look. Let me find it. But I know where it'll be. So then I had to put my phone on charge, had to then book an Uber. Bear in mind, this was now like 1:30, 1:45 in the morning. Book an Uber to go back. So I parked my car in front of like this really dodgy garage. You know the area. You know where. You know where you go down? No. It's right by the canal. It's like something out of Peaky Blinders. Like I thought, if I leave my car there, then it is going to be like the wheels are going to be gone and everything. So I had to then get an Uber back in. And what made things worse, right? So I went back, bearing in mind this walk took, the walk took, 2 hours, give or take. It took me 15 minutes by the time of getting in my car to then drive home.
That's crazy.
It is ridiculous. So the lesson learned is...
Just charge your phone.
The lesson from both of us is just charge your devices, for God's sake.
Yeah, please.
Just charge your goddamn devices. These messages are hilarious. Well, they're not. Bless her. One at 22 minutes, 20 past 10. Are you coming home? There was a noise. I frightened.
Aww.
And then later on, where are you? And then they get progressively angry.
As they should.
And then she says, your car charged your phone. It can't be dead. I was like, well, you don't understand the irony of that. The irony. And then 15 minutes later, love that you've disappeared when I'm 30 weeks pregnant. Top marks. And my favourite part about that message is she's used the hand clapping emoji. No! And then like loads of question marks half an hour later.
Bless her.
And then bless her at 10 past midnight. She's going to kill me. I don't think she ever listens to the podcast, so it should be okay. Oh. Don't fucking come into the bedroom and wake me up if you ever decide to come home.
I actually feel so sorry for her.
I felt sorry for her.
You should feel bad.
But that's the thing, you forget sometimes actually how much like you rely on your phone.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't call her to say, look, my phone's dead. I'll be on my way home, or can you come and pick me up? Because I don't know her mobile number. It's not like the olden days where you can call someone's landline. Yeah. Obviously, I'd relied so much on my phone normally to get into the car, for maps, for all sorts. Or if I'd have just charged my phone or just taken my key card as a backup, I'd have not spent 2 hours of my life yomping across Leicester looking like an absolute bellend. I must have looked so weird.
If anyone listening lives in the Glenfield area, please check your Ring doorbells, check your CCTVs, because we need to see this footage.
I want to see it.
I want to see it.
And of course, if that scooter was of use to someone, I did
please claim your scooter back.
Please let me know. I would generally buy you a new scooter because I feel awful. I need to see proof of ownership of the previous one. Right? I need you to see it described, but I'll buy you a new one. So lessons this week is charge everything. Well, before we wrap up, shall we play Icky Linky?
Icky Linky.
Once again. Are you ready, Moles? So, as a quick reminder...
Okay. She's looking confused.
Yeah, is there a song?
No, there's no song. I don't know why I said, are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready? Yeah, that's fine. So as a quick reminder, every week we're going to share a story that may or may not have come from LinkedIn. So this could be completely factual or it could be completely fictional. That's right. We're going to guess and we'll reveal the answer next week. So... A few weeks ago, I was on a date with my girlfriend from a younger generation at a rooftop restaurant. That day, she was a little bothered that I was typing something on my phone while she was talking. Before she could get mad, I showed her what I was doing, explained to her that I was taking meeting minutes. At first, she was skeptical. No, she wasn't. She was skeptical, but eventually she got on board. I installed the note-taking app Notion on her phone. The methodology works for billion-dollar businesses, worked for our interpersonal relationship flawlessly. Now, whenever we have a disagreement, we can go back to our notes and resolve it in a mature way. Now we are exploring more strategies to apply. Starting next week, we will treat our dates like sprints. We have activities planned out with sprint points attached to each. Not to say we are also having daily stand-ups at the evening when we ask each other how our day was.
That's not that icky.
Do you not think that's icky?
I think that's a good strategy. I would take that on board.
We need to explore this a little bit. Molly, what do you think?
I do agree. I don't think it's as icky as it could be.
Really?
But
That's
it's kind of,
interesting.
it relates, but is it LinkedIn? Should it be posted
No,
on
it's not like a
LinkedIn?
LinkedIn worthy post.
More like Facebook.
Yeah.
So if you're going out with a guy
Mhm.
or a girl or anything, right, and you're on a date,
Uh-huh.
or even in that relationship, and that person started taking notes over what you were saying, I know you well enough that would annoy you.
Yeah, of course.
That would annoy you so much.
Yeah, maybe.
It would annoy you. I do agree. Relationships. I think the best relationships come with communication and a predetermined understanding as to where the relationship is going, what you want from the relationship.
Yeah, I agree.
But should it be formalised? Discuss. You girls tell me.
I think sometimes for some men you have to formalise it, don't you?
Whoa, 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 whoa. I agree. I agree. Anything from experience you want to share?
No, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on this.
That's
one.
fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
No, yeah.
Do you do this with Phil?
No.
Do you have like regular check-in meetings? Do you?
No. It's a bit weird how they've linked it to sort of like
It is.
a platform that you'd use in like to organise your life. Sort
Yeah,
of
that's true.
thing.
Yeah, but sometimes life needs organising.
But that is true. It kind of just makes sense.
Maybe the app was a bit far. Maybe you could just sort of do it like, how are you? How's our relationship going? Are you happy? Yes, no, good, great. Like,
Is that how you communicate? You sounded like a robot. You were just like, hello, how are you? Is everything going okay in the relationship? Thank you.
it got to
No.
points where I had to be straight up because sometimes you can't bloody read people. Do you know
No,
what I mean?
I agree.
Sometimes you might have to. Personally, I would be willing to give this a go in the future.
There we go.
because-
I'm not disputing. I'm going to agree. If you're in a relationship, you need to understand what the relationship is and where it's going.
Uh-huh.
So apart from us turning this into how I failed in relationships, which my God, I mean, I could speak for England about
Could talk a
that. What do we think? Do we think this is true? Did I get this from LinkedIn, or have I made this story up?
I'm going to go with it made up this week.
I'm trying to work out your strategy. Would he think if I do 2 real ones in a row, they're gonna guess it, or would he? Are you bluffing or no?
It's funny because this is so unlike you. For you to overthink
I know.
this.
Never do this.
This is so unusual. No,
I'm gonna. I think it is made up.
both think made up. Okay. Well, hold that thought. We'll reveal the answer next week. And of course, you, listener or viewer, play along. Drop a comment in the show notes or in the comments below. Would love to know if you think it's true or false as well. Well, shall we sign off?
One
Ms.
moment.
Grace.
We have.
A mini game that we've been playing,
We've been playing a game.
me and Megan.
Episode, Rob.
Huh? That's not on the show notes.
No, I know.
I'm the keeper of the show notes.
Oh, that's okay. Me and Molly had our own little game this week. We want you to play. I want to see if you caught on.
So something throughout the show could either have been me or Megan doing something, saying something, or reacting in a certain way.
You pair of bitches. No.
What is it?
What?
What? So
Can
what's
you
Was there
tell
that?
us the
anything that
moment?
that happened, was said, done, something that you thought that's really strange? Where I've
Either
done
one of
that?
us.
Anything that was just like,
Don't give away any more clues.
okay, sorry.
So could it be something you've said or done?
Yeah, that you just maybe thought like, why was that
Well, no, it's just something that we've clued up on this week.
Yeah.
No clues, Megan.
Don't give it. This is horrible. Okay, I like it though. Well, fair play. I've not picked up on it, anything. So is it something that I've done?
No, it's something either me or Molly has done.
Oh, give me a clue.
We have given you clues.
No, you've
That is
not.
clues.
So you've said it's something you've said or done.
You'll kick yourself when you get it.
Hold on. Just what have you done? You've not changed. You've not changed. Okay, is it something that you've been saying? Is it a word that you've been saying?
We can't give too much away.
So it is a word you've been saying.
It might be an action.
I'm stumped.
I'll give you a clue that's you're going to get it. So we were going to do this last week and I kept forgetting.
Right, doesn't sound like it.
What song's been in my head recently?
Karma Chameleon. I mean, you said the word chameleon earlier on.
Yeah.
We had to drop the word chameleon into a sentence and see.
Yeah, we thought it'd be a fun game.
Well, how many times did you say it? Because I only picked out one.
You did it.
I said it like 4 times.
The first time you were
No.
saying it was an adaptable game, like a chameleon.
Yeah.
And you were
and
like,
I pulled
chameleon?
I pulled you up on that, didn't I?
Yeah,
you
you
did.
did. You
Yeah.
said, why are you obsessed with chameleons?
And then you say,
say,
"Are you counting you singing the word chameleon?"
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what is the obsession with the chameleons?
It was a word we thought of last week that I had to say.
Okay, I like it.
There's no. I'm not obsessed with the song. I'm not obsessed with Boy George.
I
It's just been in my
dispute that
head.
because you sing this a lot.
Yeah, because it was in
Lynn,
my head.
if you're watching, which I'm sure you are, so you're a follower, do you play Karma Chameleon in the mornings to get ready? Does she?
No.
Oh, okay. Fair play. You got me. I didn't pick up on that in the slightest. I picked up on it when we were talking about when you were singing it, but that was it. You
Right.
idiots. Okay, fair enough. Right, just you wait, because I can do the same thing for you.
Okay.
So just
We'll see.
you wait. Right. Shall we sign off?
We'll sign off now. I'm ready. Is there music? Oh shit! Sorry. Oh god. And that's a wrap on another episode of How I Failed in Business. I've been Megan Grace.
And I've been Rob Spence. Seriously, thanks for hanging out with us as we dug into more business blunders and lessons that pulled us through.
We hope you're walking away with a laugh, maybe a cringe, and definitely something to keep in your back pocket for your own journey. If you've got a failure story that's too good or bad not to share, hit us up on socials. We're at How I Failed in Biz, and we love hearing about your faceplants.
Maybe this is really cheesy.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Don't forget to follow, rate, and review us wherever you get your podcasts, whether that's Spotify podcasts, Amazon podcasts, Apple podcasts, or of course over on YouTube. It helps us keep the lights on here and helps us keep producing this content. So thank you so much for all of you that have done so far. Until next time, keep failing forward, and we'll see you in the next glorious disaster. This is cheesy. We need to change it. Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Amazing. That's a wrap.